I've gotten rid of my ability, or my thing of judging people, which everyone does, but get rid of judging people. And he's saying is don't judge, just love. My ability to know that I already have everything I've ever needed and ever wanted. I've just put shit in front of myself to delude myself that I am not already everything and powerful. So that's why I really like touching on this with the fasting, is you're going to be able to increase your ability to know yourself. Know thyself, love thyself, you know, the whole saying. To really change life, you've got to know yourself. And you can't really know yourself if you can't control your external environment, because it's all about internal. What our internal is reflected and mirrored into the external. So to really get in control of your life and to really free yourself and really get back into spirit, which is just get back into yourself, fasting is the best way to do it. There's a reason why there's stories about Jesus fasting for 40 days, and Buddha and all the people in the past that were used fasting, because it's, and the Kundalini and the Indian types of Hindu type of things. But if you don't understand spirituality or yourself, fasting is a really good way to get back in touch with that. And spirituality is not all about just being happy too. You'll find once you start getting in contact with yourself and understand yourself, that there's some pain there, some emotions there, some shit you've been pushing away for a long period of time that keeps coming up and up and up. And by fasting, you're going to bring that to the surface and you're going to be able to deal with it. And then once you let it through and flow through your life, it'll pass. When you push it away, what we resist persists. So just be mindful of that. When it comes to spirituality, fasting is a really good way to connect with yourself. And if you're not smiling, if your smile's not around your ears and you're not really happy every day and you feel like the world's kind of weighing you down, or you're carrying a back of rocks, it's probably because you've kind of pulled yourself away from your spirituality, your spirit. You can believe in anything you want. You don't have to believe in any certain religion. You don't have to believe in spirit or the universe. You believe whatever you want, and what you believe in is 100% right. It's just about yourself, the relationship with yourself. And so I just wanted to touch base on that. I went to this retreat, and now my whole life's freaking incredibly launched even more due to getting back in touch with myself and fasting and doing these detox programs and understanding myself. So I won't go too much in that, because obviously this is not a spiritual masterclass, but it's just something to be aware of, that we can really use fasting to get in touch with ourselves, which is, once you understand your internal self, you can give way more to the people you love and way more to yourself. If you neglect yourself, then you're just going to by habit neglect other people, especially your loved ones. So how's everyone feeling? Drop in the chat, let me know. Gonna have a bit of a water here. I'm freaking talking too much. Can't live without connection. It's my full-time study. Absolutely, brother. Freaking nice. Love that. Yeah. The more you get into these types of fasting things and these delayed gratification, these discipline things, you'll really understand yourself spiritually wise, which is crazy. Because basically, a little tip for you, don't tell anyone I told you this, is a bit of a secret, but you are everything. You write that down and think about it, ponder on it, but you are everything. There's no separation between you and the universe. So I'm just giving you a little bit of a crumb. You go with that with what you want. You look into that as much as you want. But the more you do this fasting types of things, you'll understand that and you'll feel that on it. And then once you realize that, there's no holding you back. You can do anything. So that's why I see spiritual fasting is the way to get through that and really break that in. But yeah, don't tell anyone I told you that you're everything. It's pretty cool how it works. So my fasting regime, I fast 14 to 16 hours every single day. My goal and intention is to be the example to all men, to understand and then provide that masculine example to allow our women to be protected and safe, so they can drop into their femininity and really give the love and peace back into this world that we need, so the world can stop going backwards. So I do things like this, fast 14 to 16 hours a day, 24 once a week. So Mondays, normally I don't eat. I can change that day depending on my life schedule. 48 hours once a month, which will be happening in the next few days, because obviously Feb's just about over. 72-hour fast 4 times a year. So do that one time a quarter, which, is good for the autophagy and the testosterone, the human growth hormone, all the things. That's why I do it. And I'm currently looking to a 7-day to 40-day fast. So me and Sean Peters, which is one of the fellas, I think he's still on here, we're going to be running some workshops with some of the best people in the world that are incredibly knowledgeable about fasting. So if something that you want to do a long period of fasting, you want to get rid of parasites, you want to get really in touch with your spirituality, you want to really build discipline, these 7-day plus fasting periods are freaking incredible. The dude he's got the world record for losing the most weight in a year, fasted for 365 days. It's freaking nuts. He had a lot of weight on him, right? He was very, very large man, very, very overweight, pretty much close to death due to just being overweight. But yeah, he just relied on ketones a whole year. It's in the Guinness Book of Records, which is freaking crazy. That dude obviously has a lot of discipline to be able to do that for a year. So I think now that he probably never put on weight again because he's got the mindset to keep going. So it's pretty bloody cool. I'm definitely not going to do a 365-day fast, but it's something to know what the human body is capable of. So key pointers. So the biggest thing with fasting, right, is to know, David Goggins is a freaking machine. He knows everything. So they're in the Zoom chat with Aaron Story. Have you heard of David Goggins? Very strong mindset. Yeah, I follow David Goggins all the time. He's a freaking beast. One of the strongest mindsets in the world, to the point that he's like his body's starting to fail him just due to how far he pushes himself, which he loves it. And that's his gift to the world of what he's given. So good on him. So breaking the fast is the most important part of the fast, right? So what I do when I do a 72-hour fast, like you probably want to write this down if you're going to do a 72-hour fast anytime soon, is break your fast with something that has lower like carbohydrate. So I normally do like a miso soup or a bone broth, wait an hour or two, have a banana or something like that, or a piece of fruit. More so, not so much bananas, maybe watermelon or something that's really watery. And then it gives your body time to restart building, turn your digestive system back on, start getting the microbiome back in there and the bacteria to start digesting the food. And then you slowly increase it up. So definitely don't have a steak to break a fast. Don't have like a sugary drink. Like it will spike your insulin level. And there's been cases of after a 72-hour fast to cause a heart attack just due to the spike in the glucose. So just be mindful of that and do your research before you do the 72-hour fast of how to break it. Breaking the fast is the most important thing you can do. But obviously build up to it. Do a 16-hour fast, 24-hour fast, 48-hour fast, and then do your 3-day fast. So who shouldn't fast? So basically, women shouldn't fast in certain periods of their menstrual cycle just due to the progesterone. I can't even say that word. I think it's like the time before the period, but that Dr. Pels, which I've put in the thing, I'll send you links. Definitely recommend looking at her first so you can time it properly. If you have heart conditions, definitely speak to your doctor before fasting because your ability to regulate the medications you're on and your glycogen levels really affect your heart. So if you ever had a heart attack and you've got blood thinners and you're taking stuff like that, go and consult your doctor first before fasting. And if you have any other type of medication, say you're in a psychological medication like schizophrenia or something like that, definitely speak to your doctor or physician first before fasting. For most people, other than that, it's freaking good for you. And your body's designed to fast. Your body's not designed to eat every second of the day. So just be mindful of that if you got a heart condition, and women should do a little bit more research because of the menstrual cycle and the hormones that are released differently. Different hormones released different parts of the. I'm not going to act like I'm experting because I'm not. I'm a man. I have no idea, right? So, but that's why I will recommend Dr. Pels because she is a legend at it. She knows what she's doing. Stop that call. So just so you know, I'm just going to stop sharing this for a bit. The fasting itself is going to suck a little bit. It's not going to be enjoyable all the time. But that's the point of it. That's how it builds the discipline. That's how it builds your ability to get through things and to get the emotional regulation out of the picture so you can start to love yourself more, start to show yourself more. So, yes, fasting will suck a little bit. Is everyone happy to do some things and lean into some discomfort and to better themselves? Is everyone happy to go through a bit of uncomfort? Because I'm telling you right now, comfort is the thing that's destroying your life, basically. Lean into it. That's the one thing that Brendan Gable says all the time. Discomfort, lean into it, and on the other side of discomfort is your ability to really, really enjoy life. So I just wanted to stop there and just really understand that it's probably going to be uncomfortable, and it's probably going to have to go through discomfort, and there's probably going to be some mind chasing, but that's the point. And you're worth it. Your life is worth it. Your family's worth it. Your relationships are worth it. So just push through it and keep that quote. Just lean into it on hand too. Yeah. So Sean, I'll just stop this again. Sorry. So Sean was just dropping in there. When I the first day of the year, I always like to do something that kicks me in the ass a little bit and makes my life a little bit challenging. And I did a 72-hour fast. I was going to go on longer. I was going to try to push it to a 7-day, but it was the probably hardest fast I've ever done in my life. I think I had a bug from going down to Sydney with my kids, and I was getting something over. So the whole 72 hours was freaking struggle. I felt like shit. I had no energy. Normally I feel really good and you feel better every single day your fasting goes. But due to pushing through that and just going, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to do my three-day fast no matter what. You look back on that as a win. You've got discipline. You look back, yeah, I did achieve that. So you've got, strikes on the board straight up for the year of knowing what you've accomplished. So sometimes the fasting can be pretty hard. And that 72-hour fast that I started on the 1st of Jan was fucking shit. But we can push through it and we can get through it. And on the other side of that is achievement and fulfillment to know what we've done in the past. So you can look back and go, look at all the things I've done. That means I can do more in the future. So, yeah, that was a good little challenge for my fast at the start of the year. It was not really enjoyable. But why not? Just kick through it. All right. So how to get through the sticky part. So the biggest thing with fasting you'll find is that you want to go back to your habit of eating and feeling good and emotionally regulate when you feel uncomfortable. So keep really busy. Drink as much water as you can. Try to drink water that's clean without fluoride and chlorine in it if you can, like get fresh water or water that's been cleaned or filtered. So drink a lot of water. Keep your salts up, which is the electrolytes with the lemon or Himalayan or Celtic salt. And when you find yourself struggling, use some tools, which, if you get in contact with me after this, I'll be able to help you with through meditation and breath work, and just keep them busy. Your productivity can go through the roof when you're fasting because you have all this time back that you normally spend eating. You can dive into your work, your what you want to create in life, all the things that you want to get done through the day. Spend more present time with your family. So when things get sticky or get a bit uncomfortable, the best thing to do is drink a shitload of water and go and do something and keep your mind concentrated on the thing you're doing, and then you'll get over that little hump. The waves of discomfort normally last a few minutes. So if you can just distract your mind and go into something else, you'll be able to get through that type of stuff. All right. So this is a great way to freedom. Fast your way to freedom, right? So today more than 95% of all chronic disease is caused by food choice, toxic food ingredients, nutritional deficiencies, lack of physical exercise. So basically, a lot of the food that we eat now is processed, got a lot of chemicals in there to keep it not going off. And so we can transport all around the world, which is good because we get all these different foods from all different parts of the world, lots of variety. We're really abundant. It's something to really appreciate. But a lot of the food is not very good for you. And it's the leading cause of why so many people get disease now. We're in such an advanced technological world, but more people are sick now than ever. And it's due to the food and the amount of sugar and, things that are preserving the food in it. So just be mindful of that. And you can cut this. You cannot be a statistic just through with fasting and ability to regulate